My husband didn't cheat because something was missing. He built an entire secret identity on an app designed to be invisible while we were renovating our house, walking our dog, and being the couple everyone pointed to as proof that love works. 6 months ago, my life looked perfect from the outside. Married for 4 years, a house we renovated together, a dog named Biscuit, date nights every Friday. I genuinely believed we were one of the good ones. The couple that people pointed to and said, "See, it is possible to be happy," and then I found the app. I want to back up a little because the way I found it matters. It was a random Tuesday. Nothing was wrong that day. No fight, no weird energy, nothing that would make a movie director cut to ominous music. I borrowed my husband's phone to look up a restaurant because mine was dead. That is it. That is the whole dramatic setup. A dead phone battery. His screen was open and I saw a notification from something I did not recognize. The icon looked almost like a social media app, just clean and simple, the kind of thing you would scroll past without blinking. But the preview text on that notification stopped me cold. It was a message from a woman, and the way it was written was not how strangers talk to each other. I told myself I was misreading it. I told myself there was an explanation. I opened the app. Now, before I go any further, I want to be honest about something. I hesitated. I actually stood in my own kitchen holding his phone and had a full internal debate about whether I had the right to look. Part of me was terrified of what I would find. The other part of me knew that on some level, I already knew that sick feeling in your stomach does not come from nowhere. I kept reading. The app itself was something I had never heard of before that moment. It is designed specifically for people who want to connect with complete strangers, not in a networking way, not in a harmless pen pal way. It markets itself on anonymity, on the idea that you can be whoever you want to be because nobody on there knows your real life. No mutual friends, no shared social circles, no overlap with anyone from your actual world. It is built to be invisible, and my husband had been using it for almost a year. I stood in that kitchen for probably 20 minutes just reading. Message after message, there were multiple women, not one. The conversations ranged from what I would describe as emotional intimacy to things I will not describe in detail out of respect for my own dignity and honestly because I still have not fully processed it all. What hit me harder than the physical betrayal, and I want to say this carefully because I know everyone's experience is different, was how deliberate the whole thing was. This was not a moment of weakness. This was not a drunken mistake at a work party. This was a system. He had chosen a platform specifically because it offered maximum secrecy. He had created a version of himself on there that had nothing to do with our life. He was, in every meaningful sense, living a double existence. I put the phone down exactly where I found it. I did not confront him that night. I know people find that surprising, but I needed time to think clearly before I said a single word. I went to bed. I lay next to him in the dark, and I felt like I was sleeping next to someone I had never actually met. The confrontation happened 3 days later. I will not take you through every detail because some things deserve to stay private, but I will tell you this. His first reaction was not remorse. It was panic about how I found out. He wanted to know how long I had known. He wanted to understand the logistics before he even acknowledged the hurt. That told me everything I needed to know about where his head was. Eventually, there were tears. Eventually, there were apologies. He said all the things people say in those moments, that it meant nothing. That he did not know why he did it, that he was broken in ways he had not dealt with. Some of that was probably true, but true does not mean okay. Understanding someone's pain does not obligate you to absorb it as your own. We tried couples counseling for 8 weeks. I want to be honest about that too because I think there is pressure in these situations to either leave immediately and be applauded for your self-respect or stay and work on it and be seen as strong and committed. I did not want to perform either of those things. I went to therapy because I genuinely did not know what I wanted, and I needed help figuring that out without my own emotions drowning out everything else. What came out of those sessions for me personally was this. I had been minimizing things for years, not cheating. I had no reason to suspect that before this, but other things. The way he would check out of conversations. The way he sometimes seemed more energized by his phone than by anything happening in our actual life together. I had filed those things away as just personality quirks, introversion, tech habits. I had not asked harder questions because I was afraid of the answers. And that is on me. Not the betrayal, that is entirely on him. But my own pattern of avoiding discomfort that belongs to me, and I have been working on it. We are not together anymore. I made that decision at week 6 of counseling, not because the therapist told me to, not because my friends were pushing me in that direction, but because I sat with myself long enough to hear what I actually wanted, and what I wanted was to not have to rebuild trust with someone who had invested that much effort into deceiving me. That is not pessimism. That is just knowing myself. I'm telling this story now because it has been 6 months and I feel stable enough to say it out loud. Also because I have had so many conversations with women and some men who have stumbled into similar discoveries and felt completely alone and completely ashamed, as if somehow the humiliation was theirs to carry. It is not. Being deceived is not a character flaw. There is something specific about these kinds of apps that I think people need to understand. They are engineered to make discovery almost impossible. The interfaces are designed to look innocuous. Many of them have features that automatically delete messages after a set time. Some allow you to set up a completely separate notification system so alerts never appear on the main screen. The anonymity is not a side effect of the app, it is the entire product. These platforms exist because there is a market for people who want to step outside their real lives without consequences, and they are getting better at it. I am not here to tell anyone how to snoop on their partner. That is not what this is. What I am saying is that if something feels off, if there is a distance you cannot name or a secrecy you keep rationalizing away, trust yourself enough to ask the question. Not to snoop, not to run a surveillance operation, but to say out loud, something feels wrong, can we talk about it? Because I wish I had said that earlier. I wish I had given us both the chance to be honest, before it got to where it got. The hardest part of the last 6 months has not been the anger. I expected the anger, and anger is useful. It moves you forward. The hardest part has been grieving the version of my marriage I thought I had. The memories do not just delete themselves. The good ones are still good. And sitting with the fact that something real and beautiful and true was also existing alongside something deceptive and hurtful, that is a complicated emotional space to occupy. I am still in it, honestly. But I am okay. I want to say that clearly. I am not making this video from a place of crisis. I am making it from a place of, I lived through something and I came out knowing myself better than I did before. And if that helps someone else feel less alone in what they are going through, then the vulnerability was worth it. Biscuit is with me, by the way. He was always more my dog anyway. If you are in something that feels wrong right now, whether it is what I went through or something different entirely, I just want you to know that the truth, as terrifying as it is to reach for, is always better than the comfortable lie. Always. You deserve to know what is real. I will link some resources in the description for anyone who needs them. And if you want to talk or share your own experience, the comments are open. I read them. All of them. Thank you for being here with me today.